A request comes in, you answer immediately, before you check your time, before you check your energy, before they even have to wait. They notice that, then they ask for one small change. You adjust. No pause, no friction, no real consideration. And it feels harmless, it feels kind. But something just changed. Your time became easier to move around than theirs. So next time, they ask later. Because you taught them access has no pause. And the dangerous part is, no one has to say it out loud. They do not announce, this person is easy to reach. They just start acting like it. A message at night, a favor with no details, a schedule change with no apology, a quick thing that is never quick. And every time you answer fast, you think you are protecting peace. But sometimes you are only removing the cost of reaching you. The first visible mistake is not that you help. It is that you move before you measure. Your phone lights up, you see the name. Before your day even catches up, your thumb is already opening it. They ask, can you help me with something later? No time, no size, no clear responsibility, just a soft request with no real shape. And you reply, sure, too fast. Now they do not have to explain. They do not have to consider what you are already carrying. They do not have to wait while you check your schedule. Your yes arrives before the cost arrives. That is where the interaction bends, not dramatically, quietly, because when you answer without asking what it involves, you make your time look unguarded. An unguarded time gets handled casually. Later, the small thing becomes 3 messages, 1 call, 1 extra correction, 1 last-minute change. Now you feel the weight, but they feel confused when you hesitate, because in their mind, you already made it easy. Nobody respects a boundary they never had to meet. Other people read speed as availability. They may like you for it. They may even praise you for it. You're always so helpful. You respond so fast. You're easy to work with. And at first, those words feel good. They sound like appreciation, but listen carefully. Sometimes praise is just a polite name for easy access. They are not always admiring your kindness. They are noticing there is no doorway, no delay, no pause, no small signal that says, my time has a shape too. So the next request changes. It comes with less care, less detail, less notice. Instead of, do you have time this week? It becomes, can you look at this tonight? Instead of, would it be possible? It becomes, need your help real quick. And because you have always adjusted, they start speaking as if your adjustment is already included. That is the shift. You are no longer being asked. You are being scheduled, quietly, informally, without your full agreement. And the strange part is, they may not even think they are disrespecting you. They are simply following the pattern you made painless. Easy access creates careless requests. CTA, if this hits home, subscribe. We're building a place for calm people who are tired of being available and still being overlooked. The pattern becomes clear when the same person keeps arriving late with urgency. Not once, repeatedly. They remember you answer. They remember you adjust. They remember you do not make them sit with the inconvenience of asking badly, so they stop planning around you. They plan after you. They do what they want first, then bring you the leftover pressure. A deadline appears. A ride is needed. A task expands. A conversation gets pushed into your quiet time. And somehow you become the solution to their lack of preparation. This is how people use you, without needing to look cruel. They do not have to demand. They only have to assume, because your past behavior has already softened the ground. When access has no pause, people start treating your presence like it is always open, not because you are weak, not because they are evil, because the interaction has taught them there is no social cost for poor timing. And this is where stop people pleasing has to become behavioral, not emotional. It is not a speech. It is not a big confrontation. It is the small delay before you answer. It is the question before you agree. It is the calm line, "What exactly do you need and by when?" That one sentence puts weight back on your time. You repeat the mistake because the pause feels rude. That is the trap. The phone lights up and your body reacts before your standards do. You imagine them waiting. You imagine them thinking you are selfish. You imagine the tiny disappointment on the other side. So you remove the pause to remove the discomfort. You answer quickly so no one has to feel blocked. You adjust quickly so no one has to negotiate. You make it simple so no one has to deal with your limits. But here is the cost most people do not admit. Every time you erase your own delay, you teach others that your peace is the easiest thing to interrupt. Then later, you feel resentful. You feel tired. You wonder why nobody checks whether you are free. But they did check. They checked your pattern. And your pattern said, "I will make room before you make effort." That line hurts because it is visible. It shows up in the late reply you still answer, the favor you accept without details, the change you absorb while pretending it is fine. You are not protecting kindness when you disappear inside it. The correction is small, but it must be visible. Do not perform distance. Do not become cold. Do not punish people for patterns you helped create. Just stop making access instant. When a request comes in, do not answer from pressure. Read it, put the phone down, let the first urge pass, then respond like someone whose time belongs to them. "I need to check first. Send me the details. I can't answer that yet. That doesn't work for me today." No drama, no apology paragraph, no long explanation trying to prove you are still good. The pause does part of the work for you. It tells the other person your time is not floating around waiting to be claimed. Some people will adjust. They will give more notice. They will ask more clearly. They will stop treating your availability like a public resource. Others will get irritated. That irritation is information, because people who benefited from instant access often dislike the first delay. Let them dislike it. You are not taking something from them. You are returning something to yourself. The goal is not to become unreachable. The goal is to stop being reachable before you are respected. Your kindness does not need to be instant to be real. Your help does not need to be effortless to be generous. And your time does not need to be wide open to prove you care. The next request will come. It always does. A message, a favor, a small adjustment. This time, do not rush to be easy. Pause first. Check first. Choose first. Because access without pause becomes expectation. But calm delay turns your time back into something people have to respect.